All good.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is INGER STEVENSON, and I'm speaking to you here from Edinburgh in Scotland. And my co-host this afternoon is Ellen McShane. The way we will do this is I will give you a brief presentation of 5 billion sales. Ellen will run through the back office with you, and then afterwards I would like to do a kind of short number workshop with you, because really there are some people who have been in 5 billion sales for a while and they still don't understand the numbers, and I think this is very important. So firstly, what is 5 billion sales and who are they? 5 billion sales is a UK company. It's a small company attached to a much larger corporation. Okay, so thank you, Ellen. Essentially, this is what I call, if you like, a cold business, because we are the heart of this business.
We cannot hear you, Inge.
I was muted. It's about data and it's about money. That's all it is. It's just data and money. What is data? Because everybody needs to understand what data is before they can understand the 5 billion. So every single second of every day while we're online or on an app or whatever we do, every single second, an app, a platform or a service, or even if you're just reading an article, these companies are mining and selling your data, okay? Data is big, big money. It's $1 trillion industry. Whether we like it or not, that's the way that it is. And there are all kinds of data. 5 billion sales are just concerned with browsing history. No personal data, no contacts, no emails, no GPS, no banking data, just browsing history, what you look at online. And actually that's great because it's the most valuable form of data. Social media data in 2020 grossed over $420 trillion. It's $1 trillion industry. So 5 billion sales have monetized or found a way to pay us for our data. And this is great because previously all of these companies used to mine and sell our data and they just used to take it. I would say generously that this is just my opinion, that about 80% of the people in the world have no idea about data or that their data is being mined. That's just my assumption. And the problem with this is that there was, a few years ago, there was a big hoo-ha and people were going on about their privacy and, oh, they're stealing this data and blah, blah, blah. And so new privacy laws were brought in called the GDPR in the UK. And so now every time we do anything, we have to allow terms and conditions or accept terms and conditions, allow cookies or whatever we have to do to progress. So suppose you want to read an article online, a news article. Before you can do that, a pop-up comes up and says, allow cookies. And of course you need to do that. Or if you decide not to do that, you have to read about 30 pages of small script to find out what you're doing. In this small script, there is a little clause in all of them that says, you give us permission to mine and sell your data. Now, of course, I don't read this stuff. If I want to see something on YouTube or I want to download a new app, I just go, yes, allow, yes, 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 because nobody's going to read all of this stuff. The problem with this is we think we have protection, but we actually don't. What we're doing is we're giving these people the permission now to mine and sell our data, whereas previously they just used to take it. Now we think we're safe, but we're actually not. So again, every second of every day, even when you're asleep, it doesn't matter. These apps or whatever in the background on your phone or your PC or whatever's running, they're gathering your data, how long you're online, what you're doing, what you're looking for, and so on. And it's $1 trillion industry, but nobody is paying us for our data until now. And this is what 5 billion sales have done. They've basically developed a system or a program called Sell My Data, which is also known as Service One, as it's the first service that this company are producing. It's a UK company. It's completely ethical. And we will be paid personally for our data on a yearly basis. But with this comes great opportunity, which is why you're all here, because we're all basically affiliates and you've all been invited here by somebody. There are three types of people currently in 5 billion sales. We have affiliates, of which we all are, because I think nearly everybody here registered with 5 billion sales. There might be some new people, and if you're new, at the end of this, get back to the person who invited you. But for now, everybody is an affiliate. If you invited somebody into the opportunity or the business, you will be then a sponsor. And when the site goes live, which is on the 22nd, I think, of February, we will all become users, because we will all be using service one, which is called Sell My Data. And we will be selling our data to 5 billion sales for money. So we have affiliates, we have sponsors, and later we will all become users. The opportunity is really huge because, you know, some of us have been in various companies. I've never been in one that pays on 16 levels, I have to be honest. Some of them pay on some other different companies, whatever, affiliate marketing or network marketing companies, they pay on 8 levels or 10 levels or 12 levels, maybe, if you're lucky. But even then, they're cheating people. Because if a company says to you, and I've never seen this before, if a company says to you they're going to pay you on 8 levels, you are level 1 in their company, which means they're not paying you on 8 levels because you're level 1, they're only paying you on 7 levels. But 5 billion sales is different. We are level 0 in this company, which means we are paid for 16 levels from level 1 downwards. And this is where the opportunity is to make big money. And I mean, it's really big money. It's the biggest money that I've ever seen before. So on our level 0, which we are, for our own personal data, we will earn $584 a year. And I'm going to break that down a bit later with all the figures at the end of the presentation. But basically what it means is that for our data, we will be paid $401.50 a year. And then 5 billion sales have just introduced something called a V bonus, means verification bonus. That if you go into the site every day and just click on something, that's all you need to do. You click on V bonus, it means you earn another $182.50 a year. It might not sound like much, but it's something that's going to take you, 10, 15 seconds to do every day. Just click, boom, that's it. This totals with our personal data and this V bonus, this is $584 a year. I think this is great money for just doing what I already do online anyway, because this will pay my landline bill, it will pay my Wi-Fi bill, and it will pay my mobile phone bill, and leave me at least a couple of $100 left over. And that is year after year after year. So that's me, level 0. That's all of us, level 0. The opportunity starts with level 1, because every single person that we invite is worth $100 to us. Everybody on your direct level. So it's very easy to remember. Level 1, $100. Okay? So you have 10 people, that's $1,000, and so on. Everybody else between levels 2 and 16 are worth $5 each. Again, huge money when you total it up. We only have access to our level 1 people. Anybody of 18 years old can be an affiliate. Anybody at all, anywhere in the world. All you need is an internet connection. People, young people who are 14 plus can also become users when we go live. So for example, if I invited my husband, I would get $584 for my data. I will get $100 for inviting him. He would get $584. And then if you wanted to invite my 2 teenage children, they would each get $584 each, and he would get $200 for inviting them. So very basically, a family of 4, 2 parents and 2 teenagers, would quite comfortably, just from their own data, bring in $2,500 a year every year. That's big money. You know, it's great money in something like, how you would say, maybe a first world country, but in a less economically developed country, this is mega money, an extra $2,500 US directly into your bank account every year, and growing. Another great thing about this business or this opportunity is that your money can never go down. It can only go up, which again is quite remarkable. And it goes up, it's going to go up kind of automatically without you, realizing it. You don't have to wait for a year for the money, okay? These amounts are $100 a year and $5 a year. This is an annual amount, but how this is going to work is we are going to go live on the 22nd of February. Then the company is going to start to collect our data, okay? We have to click on the Moneymaker page, download the extension, which just then will combine or create or gather our browsing history. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything special. And for that, you will be paid. It's going to take them a few weeks to get this together. So, and again, nobody in a job or anything ever pays you before you've done anything. You don't start a new job on Monday and then get paid your month's money on Monday. It might take 6 weeks. I don't know exactly. I mean, they've done a lot of testing. It seems to be under control. But 5 billion sales has currently about 3 million people. So the day they go live, we're all going to be jumping on this platform. And all of the other people who have been watching us, loads of people are going to join as well. So I would say it's going to take at least a month. I could be surprised and they could start paying us in 2 weeks, but I don't think so. It's going to take at least a month. I think we will begin to see money after 6 weeks. And then when they pay us, we will be paid every 30 days. So although the amounts that we're talking about are an annual amount, we don't have to wait for the end of the year for that. Okay, so that this is how it goes. We're in pre-launch. We will go live. They will begin to gather the data. They will pay us, and they will pay us every 30 days. We can choose various methods of payment. We can be paid directly into our bank accounts with US dollars. They will probably add another currency. It's a British company. Maybe they'll add pound sterling. Maybe they'll add euros. I don't know. This is all going to be done. We can be paid by PayPal. We can be paid by Western Union. And we can also, which is very good for countries in sort of Africa and India, we can also be paid in 3 different types of cryptocurrency. And they are developing or going to include more payment methods as we go along. And if you're in a country that has something particular for your country, maybe in South America or maybe in Vietnam, where the country uses a certain payment system, contact 5 billion sales because they want to know. We have some people who are in various refugee camps in Africa. And of course, unfortunately, these are displaced people. Many of them don't have ID, they don't have bank accounts. So they're working, or 5 billion sales is working with them to find a way to pay their money to their phone or whatever they have in these places. But they want to know. So if you go to your news feed and scroll back through the tips, you will see, a few weeks ago, they asked, tell us how you want to be paid. So again, if it's Cash App or something that we have, or Stripe or some different service, let them know, and they will try and facilitate that after launch. We get paid the gross amount, okay? There is no tax or deductions or anything. When 5 billion sales say you're going to get $100 for this person on your first level, you will get $100 on that level. It's as simple as that. You will be paid the gross. It's up to each individual in whichever country to sort out your own tax or financial affairs. They don't want to know about that. So that's your basic situation. Data is $1 trillion industry. We just have to look at who is making the big money. I heard you mention Facebook before. Facebook generally, on average, generates $90 billion a year. It's huge money. That's like 9 zeros. $90 billion a year. Where does the money come from? People will say, oh, it's advertising. Yes, a lot of it is advertising, but where are they getting how can they command such a large amount of money for the ads? Because they have the data. Google is another huge company, and absolutely huge. I mean, you know, one of the biggest. Again, it's all down to data. Google ads cost a fortune, and so on. Data it's king, essentially. And it's also, yeah, it's just such a powerful thing. And again, we have to understand this before we can, you know, begin to understand ourselves how powerful this is. And many people, I speak to people, I have a great guy on the Ivory Coast, I have some people in Gambia, and they say to me, look, we understand this because you've explained it to us. But in our country, people don't understand this way of working online. They don't get it at all, because in these countries, the way people work, or what they consider work, is something like farming or truck driving or being a teacher or working in an office. To say to somebody that they can earn, you know, thousands of dollars just by doing what they do online already, they just think it's, you know, something crazy. So we need to learn, or we need to know about data so we can explain this to other people. Because really, this is an opportunity that is 100% equal. You know, it doesn't matter if you're in a tent in the desert, or you're in a hut in the mountain in Kathmandu, or you're in Los Angeles or London or Singapore. It doesn't matter. As long as you have an internet connection, you can earn money. It's the same for everybody. The only difference is right now that some people have been in a little bit longer than others, but everybody has the same opportunity. And I think that this is amazing, because I know some of you personally. I know that some people have been in different businesses, and I know that when we've been in these businesses, we've had, you know, a fee an entry fee, or people have had to buy products or services. And even though we've had people maybe in, you know, Nigeria and Gambia and Kenya and so on, many of these people have not been able to afford the entry fee. And even if they have, they're talking to people who can't afford the entry fee, so their business didn't get anywhere. This is free. It's 100% free for everybody, and everybody is paid the same. So when I show you the figures later, I think you're going to be very impressed at what people can earn from this free opportunity. And this is real, because, you know, there's actually no hype here. We're just talking facts and statistics. And again, I think this is really important, because, you know, there's lots of blah, blah, blah. And I get for all the time, you know, oh, why don't we see the founder, and why don't we see all of this? Well, you know what? I've seen quite a few founders of companies. And to be honest with you, a lot of them are just blah, 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 but they're not delivering. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to offend anybody's company if they're in there. But I actually like this, because I can see that it's just data and money. And maybe because I understand data. It's very clear to me. I'll give you another example who has nothing to do with what we're doing, but the biggest data collector in the world is Amazon. This is how Jeff Bezos became the richest guy in the world, not from selling stuff online. That obviously he made money from doing that, but he collected all the data from all the buyers and all the sellers. Amazon knows when we shop, who we shop for, which day of the week we shop more, how much we spend on average at Christmas. And all of this data goes into the analytics so they can target ads, so the sellers can buy this data and target their products towards the buyers. Everything is about data. TikTok, another example. TikTok, people think, is about making movies. TikTok's actually been around for about, 7 or 8 years, maybe more, 9 years. But TikTok became more popular in the lockdown, when everybody just started to make movies. People thought, yeah, it's about making movies. No, it's not. TikTok is about data collection. It's a Chinese-owned company. And the ex-president, Donald Trump, he was the first one to object against TikTok. And he said, look, TikTok with a Chinese owner cannot operate in the United States. Why? Because they didn't want the data of all the American people going to China. And he said, you can operate TikTok in the US, but it has to be owned by a US corporation or a franchise. And that's where the data stays, in the US. TikTok, as far as I know, is still banned in India. Why? Because there are 1.4 billion people in India, and the Indian government doesn't want the Chinese government to have all of this data from the Indian people, because data can be also used as a weapon. It's a very, very powerful thing. And again, most people have no idea. They have no idea that these companies are making all of this money from them. They just don't understand the scope. So I would say it's part of our job to educate people about this, because if you do that and you help people to understand that, they will also understand where this huge money is coming from. So 5 billion sales isn't collecting the data to weaponize people, or they're not collecting personal data or anything bad like that. They just want the browsing history. What we do already, probably without even thinking about it, whether we go and look, it's collected anonymously. They're not looking at me and saying, oh, Inga, there's that Inga. She was looking at shoes yesterday, or she wants to buy a new watch, or she was looking at cheeseburgers at McDonald's and whether they were still open. They're not looking at that. This is all gathered anonymously, and it is sold anonymously. And it is sold time and time again in different formats to big companies who are looking at where the web traffic is going. And mainly it's for advertising and to spot trends so advertisers can get in there quick to do things. So that's all it is. It's, in one way, it's the most harmless of all the data, browsing history, but it's also the most valuable, because this shows what people globally are doing. And it is a global company. It's a global opportunity. And I feel that this is a global solution for poverty, because really, at the end of the day, anybody can do this. So that's the company. The product, if you like, is data. For the data, we get money, pure and simple. On our first level, for our personal data, every year we will get $584, paid every 30 days. We don't have to wait to the end of the year. Everybody that we invite directly, level 1, is worth $100 each, and everybody on levels 2 to 16 is worth $5 each. Anybody who is 18 can become an affiliate, and people who are 14 plus when we go live can become users. And that is just basically what we're doing right now. So Ellen, over to you. And I will pick it up later. For the presentation, Ellen will do the back office for you, and we'll do some questions and answers later, okay?
Thank you, Inger. As always, you let us understand the magnitude of what we have here with 5 billion sales. It's quite exciting. So what I'm going to do is walk us through the website, and just to see how much information that you can utilize here. Here we have the best part, right? The countdown clock. We're getting ready to launch, 16 days away, as Inger said, February 22nd. And whenever you're on the website, most of the things that are in green are live, but sometimes they're graphic just to show different color, but the green can be something that can help you navigate. And this is the homepage that can be very helpful, because it gives you a good synopsis of what is going on with 5 billion sales and why someone should join. So this, you can set it up so that you can send this to people and they can register on it. And I will show you how to do that when we get to the marketing drop-down menu. So once you're in the site, you can see here that you can click on the launch list. That is also available here on the affiliate homepage. And we would just encourage you to read that, because it'll give you the history of the launch and the reasons why we had to have it delayed because of COVID. And the fact that now we are on full steam ahead is just an exciting story to read. So take the time and do that. That will help you. This is very helpful, because here's where you get your affiliate link. And of course, you have to do that in order to build your business. You just click on the orange button, and there you have your link copied to your clipboard. You can also do the same thing with your QR code if you want to send that out to people. We just encourage you to make sure that you combine them so that people on their phones can access your link. This affiliate homepage is a great wealth of information. You can also sponsor now, just brings you right to your affiliate link again. It gives you your My Status page, which allows you to have your information from the profile fed into this page, but it gives people shortcuts. So people can go in and sign up for the Telegram channel. They can change their email address or edit or view their profile. So that can be a helpful tool as people navigate the site. And another important thing here is that anyone that's new to the system can take advantage of this profile status legend, so to speak, where you can move from stage to stage. It can help new people set goals for themselves. You come in as a starter when you join, but say you get 6 affiliates after a week or so, you then are a builder and you can work your way all the way up to you're a leader. And then from there, you get rewards after launch for every stage that you move through. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing as we move through this, all kinds of incentives, because we would encourage everyone to sign up to be a leader in their country, because that will include another financial incentive. It'll give you a pop-up. I have already signed into it. And if you are thinking about doing it, I would say do it now, because they're going to try to set this up before launch. So if you can participate in that, please do so. It'll be very interesting. We are the front of the company, not the people from 5 billion sales. So this is a unique way for us to work as MLM or affiliate marketers or network marketers. This link stats gives you the opportunity to see how many people have clicked on your link and then how many people are on your level 1. You can also get your affiliate link from there. If we go back to that affiliate homepage again, one thing that's helpful is that the information that they put in the center part of the page can just bring your attention to what they think is important. So we want everyone to join the 5 billion Telegram announcements channel, because there are many things that they have been announcing that aren't on the website. So get onto that channel. We put everything that's there into our groups, but at the same time, you want to be informed any way you can, so that as an independent business owner, which you all are as affiliates, that you're prepared and ready to go. They give you some links and important ideas that they think you should pay attention to. And so that can help you. They also give you here the information that they're going to send you when someone signs up. Someone's first name, last name, their mobile phone number, and their email address. So when that comes to you, you can easily see if that person is on WhatsApp by using their mobile phone number. And if they are, ask them to send you their affiliate link so that you can send them the 3 messages that Inger has made available to everyone on her level 1 that have then been passed down to each of us on the team. And that can be huge, because then people are just get up and move on. But you can also do that through email. If you can't find them on WhatsApp, you can text them and see if you can get their attention that way. There are all sorts of things you can do to make sure you're connected, because the more you take care of people, the better off this is going to be, because people are going to grow your team with you. Then the rest of it on that page just gives you some FAQs that 5 billion sales thinks you should be aware of. Now, the news section, this is when you come in and you see a red dot on this area, you know that you have something you need to read. And I would encourage you to read all of the tips, because they're going to set you up to really know what's about to happen on February 22nd. And I would suggest that you just go down to the bottom, scroll to the bottom, and start with tip 1. And that will just allow you to be able to answer so many questions from any of your downline. And speaking of the downline, you can do an awful lot with the downline drop down. So all my level 1 allows you to see how many people are on your team. And so you can see that I have had an amazing opportunity here to have 94,000 people on my team. And it's just remarkable, with 150 people on level 1. But you can see 79 of them are inactive, and I need to try to work with them to see if I can get them to bring in 1 person so that they get comfortable recruiting people. They are going to be fine when we launch. They can sign up to be a free user if they don't want to be an affiliate, but it's better if I get them activated so they see how much they can earn by being an active affiliate. I have 71 people that have at least 1 person under them. And down here, you can see each person, and you can scroll through the people that you're dealing with. And here, let's look at Dinesh. He has 91 people, and he has 674 people on his whole team. Well, I can find out a little bit more about Dinesh by going in to what he has put up on his profile page that gets fed here. And this allows me to contact him directly. It allows me to know what's going on with him, what his background has been, and just sets him up so that people understand who he is. You can take that larger list and divide it into active or inactive, and you can also see the same pieces of information that we saw from the affiliate homepage here. So again, the mobile number and the email address for everyone that is on your team. And then you can look to see how your team is playing out down all the levels. And this, as Inger says, is quite remarkable that we're down to 16 levels, and the amount of money because of that is staggering. And the fact that you are on level 0, so we are totally being paid on the full 16 levels. And you can see after launch, we're going to be having the overrides put into that system. And then here's the structure that Inger's been talking about, with your sponsor being over you. Then your level 0 is you getting your cell data commission. And then the people signing up under you for level 1 give you $100. And the people between levels 2 to 16 are affording you $5 overrides. Now, there are quite a few things that can help you market this operation and opportunity. So emails, you have 3 of them right here with your link already embedded. You just click on the orange button, and that allows you to copy it to your clipboard, just like you did your affiliate link. And then you send out your email addresses to the people on your email list. Now, the video, this was what I was talking about regarding the homepage. If you'd like to send people the homepage with your link, you can by just clicking on the affiliate link. That embeds it in the homepage. You then come up to the browser here, and you just copy that link and you send that out to people. That will allow people to come into this homepage with a register now button or a login button, but they can't log in because they haven't registered yet, so they will register now. And your affiliate sponsor ID gets embedded in the registration page. And this can be helpful because if you have someone that doesn't speak English, you can have them come and click on the flag and then say they are Italian. This would switch it to Italian for them. Not everything, you can see that the video is still in English, but the rest of it goes to Italian. And that just helps make sure that people can access the information. I use it for that reason. And also if someone wants to see the website, which they can't until they enroll, this is a way for them to do that. So that can be very helpful. You can also get images that they're working on. There's banners that you can just download here, copy it, paste it on social media, put it on your website. We have a special banner that is in our group that doesn't have quite all of the information, that one right there where you're earning 500,000 affiliate commission. So you can have that if you want to put it up. You can get your links here. On social media, they give you a couple of posts. Again, with your affiliate link embedded in it, you do the same thing. You copy it to the clipboard and then you post it. And just remember that Facebook does not like links in their posts. So you can put the links in the comments below or ask people to direct message you. Then there are some resources here with companies that can help you find leads if you feel that that's something you need. And you can reach out to support on any page by just going to the bottom and clicking on support. Now, right now we're trying to avoid asking them too many questions because they're so busy with launch. But if you do speak to your sponsor and you have a question that you can't answer with any of these buttons right here or through the website, just click on support, put in your first name, last name, email address, and what the problem is, and they will get back to you as quickly as possible. And then this is another place for you to put your attention. I would encourage you all to spend time and read the FAQs. Now, they look very long, but when you click on them, the answers are very short. So you can read through this. I did a couple of weeks ago. It took me about an hour, hour and a half. So I think it's worth the effort because then you know so much more about what you need to be prepared for questions from your team. And you can go to Service 1 or Service 2 here, takes you back to the home page. And if you wanted to find out what they say on FAQs for Service 1 or Service 2, you can just write it into the search bar. Then this is the magic piece right here, right? Because this is where you find out someone new has signed up under you. And when you see a number next to that, it means you'll come in here and either you have a new person or you have something you need to read. So today, luckily someone just signed up with me today and his name is Nelson. So what I do is then I go over to this email addresses and I get his information. I try to connect with him on WhatsApp and then email him. And 5 Billion Sales says, come onto this site once a week. Well, if you're sending out your affiliate link, you should be in here a minimum of once a day. I know, I hear Inger say she's in it all the time. I am too, so we're always looking to see if someone signed up, and then you just can move to get them set up, and it just sets up such a great experience for everyone. And this is also a place you can message people on the system. It's not going to go to email. And just one comment about people who are signing up under you. You're not going to get an email. It's only going to be on this site. That's why you need to come in here. And that lets 5 Billion Sales know that you're active and engaged. And use this to message people. But again, just remember, they're not going to get an email about it. But you will also, if support needs you to do something or the messages from new members, you're going to see them there. And then on the username, you're going to have a whole different group of options once we launch. But for now, you have your profile. And this is important as you prepare your KYC documents, you know your client documents. You either have a driver's license, passport, or your national identity card. And as long as the information on those items that you're going to present as your KYC document comply and are accurate with what you have on the system, you need your name and address and your to be the same as the documents you're using. And don't worry about it if you have, say, a national identity card like we do in the United States, where it's only the name, not an address. There are other ways that you can document your address, and 5 Billion Sales will work with everyone to make sure everything is in good shape. So don't worry about it. And we're all in this together, and we're going to make sure that you have everything you need. That profile piece that we're on right now feeds also into that My Status page that we saw on the affiliate homepage. And you can go to the settings page that can be very useful. You can manage your email if you need to. I would suggest just leaving it alone, but obviously if something's happened and you need to change it, you can do it there. You want to manage your password because, as Inger's saying, we're going to have huge amounts of money on the site. And so you want it secure. And we've had messages from support saying that you should consider changing your password maybe once a month or frequently once the money starts to roll in. And manage your username. If you have sent out an affiliate link to someone, don't change your username because you'll lose that contact. And as Inger's pointed out, you could easily lose the people that have already signed up under you. So don't play around with your username. But if you need to change it before you send out an affiliate link, you can do so. The secret code, people are creating that when they sign up, and that can be used to get paid or to bypass the email verification process on login. And if someone's forgotten it, they can just come in here and create a new one. So it makes it very easy. And you can get your QR invite and log out. And we've talked about the flag, the ability to change the site, and the fact that everyone should sign up under the Telegram announcements channel. So back to you, Inger.
Okay, thank you very much, Ellen, as usual. It's great the way she does that. So now like a little bit of housekeeping and a little bit of chat. You know, this is such a remarkable opportunity, and I just want to impress upon everybody how simple this is. If this is the first presentation that you've come to, you're probably thinking, oh man, there's loads of information. Actually, it boils down to three things, okay? And this is really as simple as this is. We register for free, which you all know. In the beginning, some people are hesitant. They think, oh no, it's not going to be free. They're going to start charging me. No, as we all know, it's 100% free. That's point one. Number two, we share our link. There are many ways to do this, okay? I'm just a talker. I haven't got a YouTube channel. I don't have a PowerPoint about the business. I have one now, but it's for you guys. But I don't have a PowerPoint to share with my affiliates or anything like that. I'm not clever online. I talk to people. That's all I do. I just chat to people. I've looked at the resources in the back, those lists of places where you can go to find contacts. I haven't used them. And I have built a really big team since I registered on the 10th of September. So this is it. We register for free, we share our link, we make money. That's what it comes down to. And the reason that I love this so much is because it's equal. As I said to you before, anybody can do this. And I think this is really, it's completely global. Ellen and I were in another company, similar-ish, which took a very long time to launch, didn't really get off the ground properly, but it wasn't equal. It only favored English-speaking countries. And that upset me because we have lots of friends in parts of Africa and India, and they weren't earning the same kind of money. So basically not fair. 5 billion sales is completely equal. They're not going to pay me more than they're paying you. Okay, everybody is equal. And I have two things that I'm very occupied and concerned with. And the first thing is that we do not sell. Okay, and for me, this is very important. We are not trying to sell somebody something here. We have an opportunity, the likes of which I have never seen before. So I tell my people all the time that they should actually be proud of the fact that they're offering this, because we're offering people a financial lifeline. Where else do you know that you can go and say to somebody, hey, register here, and that person registers for free and they are worth $100 to you. And at the same time, they will earn $584 that year, which will take care of most of their bills. Where? Nobody can show me this, trust me, because I ask people this all the time. So you don't have to hustle people, okay? You have to educate people a little bit about data if they don't understand where the money's coming from, and you show them how the money is built. So that's my one thing that I really feel. Obviously, you know, within your friends and your family, you say, hey, come on, you got to do this, you got to do this. But with other people, strangers and stuff, don't hustle them, because you don't have to. You are offering them something so unique that they can take as little or as far as they want. The other thing that preoccupies me a lot is helping the people that register with you. Because if they've been good enough to listen to you and register with you, I think that you should take care of them. This is how I've built a big team, because I take care of my people and because I like them, you know, most of them. So what do we do? Generally, I do feel that in the beginning, people are a little bit maybe lazy because they don't know the system and they're a bit unsure. So the first thing that I do, as Ellen says, we have all of this information in the back office. The first thing I do when I see that somebody has registered under me is I go in, I find their phone number, I copy it to my phone, and I contact them. I have on my phone a stand. I only use my phone. The laptop I just use for these Zoom calls, but I live on my phone. That's it. I do everything on my phone. I have a standard text in my notes. And I send them this standard text, and it's something like, hi, my name is Inge. Thank you for registering with 5 billion sales. I am your sponsor. I'm here to help you. Please send me your affiliate link. Why? Because I know that they don't have a clue. They don't believe me that it's really easy. I want to make it easy for them. Why? Because the easier I make it for them, the quicker they will get a result. Then they will make money, which results in me making money, and the company makes money. We all make money. The more you help somebody, the more money you're going to make. I don't just help people because I want to make their money. I want to make some people's lives better. And I know that I've already done this because I have a housewife in India who's not able to leave the house because of her family situation. She is going to make money and be able to educate her daughter. I have a handful of Indian students who can't actually believe their luck. They will become very rich young men in the next year. Seriously. And before that, they would never have been able to get a job, even though they have a university education. So this is life-changing. So take care of these people, and then they will just run off and take care of other people. That's why we only have access to our level 1, because this is such a simple opportunity to duplicate. So if you take care of your level 1, they will go out and take care of their level 1, which is basically your level 2, and so on and so on. And then you can not forget about them. Obviously, you're there to help them if they want to come onto a Zoom or a group chat. But if you take care of your level 1, trust me, it'll be like the ocean. It just multiplies like madness here. It goes incredibly fast. I get their affiliate link. I have 3 standard texts, which I've made available. I made them myself. 3 texts that I use all the time. And I put their link into these texts. And I send these 3 texts back to them. And I say to them, share like crazy. Share to at least 10 people every day, because I know they're going to get a result easily. They're going to get at least 1 person. And then I can say to them, look, you just earned $100 by sending that text. Okay, it's not in your bank account now, but it will be. And when they see it working in action like that, they become really excited, because usually that's the easiest $100 that they're ever going to make. So they will then run with it. And then, you know, they're taken care of. And then an Indian lady joined me last night, and she said, right, a friend of mine, her neighbor, she said, it's just registered. What do I do? And I said, Pooja, you just basically do what I've done for you like 2 hours ago. And she went, oh, okay. And I said, look, I'll send you the blank texts. You get her link and you put it in. She's off and running now. She's got about, I don't know, 26 people in her team. She's just off doing it, her thing. And this is what we want to do, because it is simple. It's register for free, share your link, make money. Opportunity equal for everybody. And it's basically a numbers game, okay? The more, if you talk to some people, you'll make some money. If you talk to a lot of people, you'll make a lot of money. If you share with a few, you'll only make a few. But if you share with a lot, it will just take over. So taking care of your people, very important, really important, because you never know who you're going to get. And I'll give you an example, a really good personal example of this. The guy who registered me, okay, I got a text. I was in between companies, if you like, and just floating around at the beginning of September. And lots of people were sending me stuff. And I got a text from a guy in Africa who I chatted to, you know, once a month or something. And I got a text and I looked at it and I thought, okay, here we go. Here's something else that I'm not actually interested in. And I nearly deleted the text. And every day I think, thank God I didn't delete it. It was a text from 5 billion sales. And normally I would just go reject, reject, reject. But I looked at it. And the reason that I looked at it is because it didn't have the word crypto in it, because I'm so sick of being pitched cryptocurrency. I just like, oh, leave me alone. I thought, this is interesting. It doesn't have crypto or Forex or anything. Let me look at it. I looked at it. The first thing I saw was, wow, it's a UK company. That's interesting, because the UK aren't really renowned for this kind of thing. I went and had a look in the back office. And because I'd been involved with 2 companies in the last year or so who have been loosely involved with data, I really understood. And I've also been involved with 2 companies as well who have been in pre-launch. And I could see from the site, the back office site in 5 billion sales, that these people basically knew what they were doing. Okay, I just thought, wow, this is the business, registered immediately, that's it. That was on the 10th of September. I didn't hear from that guy again till the 8th or 9th of January. He just left me to get on with it. I know now that he just took one of the, standard emails out of the back office and he just sent it to me. And that's all he did. Well, lucky him, okay? Because I have 185,000 people in my team, which means he has 185,000 people in his team in just over 4 months, or it's like 5 months now. So he's very lucky. So you never know who you're going to get when you register somebody. You don't know if somebody's, you know, somebody might just bring you 5 people, but one of those people might just take off like a rocket and think, wow, I'm going to do this. And then the first person I called was Ellen, because I thought, you know, Ellen's like me, she's genuine, she wants to do a good thing. And I got in touch with her and I said, Ellen, I've just come across this thing. You've got to do it. Not only is it kind of life-changing, we'll make loads of money, but I said it's exciting and it's fun. Ellen, because she's smart, she just said, right, she's on it. And there, look at Ellen, like 95,000 people. And what are we doing? We're doing exactly the same thing. We're registering people, we're sharing our link, and we're going to make a lot of money. So that's just some basic stuff. Right now, I'm going to attempt my PowerPoint. And if those of you that know me really know that this is like a huge achievement for me to make this PowerPoint on my own and to actually be able to show it for you, could be earth-shattering, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully somebody can keep me right. The Greek people were lovely this morning. They did this very nicely for me. Let me see, desktop. I hope you're not going to end up seeing my holiday photos. Let me see. Look at this. I'm really turned into some techno genius here. Because the money is very important. We have to understand the numbers. Okay, look at this. Now, let me see. I need to turn it into something called reader mode, I believe. Is that correct? Can somebody tell me? Is this it? Aha. Okay, right. Now, I don't know where the slide thing is. Where's that gone? Okay, so here we go. Can you all see that clearly?
Yes,
So,
yes, it's okay.
It's okay, thank you very much. Right, as I say, you know how I am here with this. I need to find a little arrow for the next thing. Never mind, we'll just concentrate on this for now. So if you have a pen and paper, I can always make this available to you, but I would like you to write down some of these numbers because they are important. And this is, you know, very clear how you can earn this money step by step, because I think everybody here would be happy if they could earn $100,000 a year in the first year from 5 billion sales. So level 0, we have our own personal data. We get paid $401.50 a year for our personal data. And if we click on the V bonus every day, again, 10, 15 second job, we will earn $584 a year every year. So that's our first total for our earnings. You might have seen on the back office that 5 billion sales has put this thing, if you have 150 affiliates and so on, you will earn such and such. And I want to break that down for you because it's very important to see how you can earn this money, okay? So if you have level 1, if you have 150 affiliates, it sounds like a lot in the beginning, but actually it's not, because all you need to do is to invite one new person for free every 2.5 days. Now think about that. It's one person for free. You're not trying to sell them a fridge or a car or anything like that. It's just to invite one person for free every 2.5 days. If you do that, you will earn $15,000 that year. Pretty incredible, I think, just for inviting 1 or 2 people or one person every 2.5 days. That's like less than 3 people a week. Then on your levels 2 to 16, if these 150 invite only 10 people a month, that means these people only have to invite 2.5 people a week, not even every couple of days, a week. 10 people a month is nothing. It's free. It's like one person every 3 days. You will end up with 1,500 new affiliates every month. Incredible. 1,500 per month multiplied by 12 months is 18,000 affiliates that year. 18,000 affiliates by $5 times $5 is $90,000, which gives you a total of these 3 together of $584 a year, every year, and your money doesn't go down. And what do you have to do that? Just invite one person every 2.5 days and encourage them to do the same. The numbers really start to roll if you just engage with the process. I think that's a great amount of money. Of course, not everybody is going to do what you want them to do, but if you take care of them properly, then they will. Now, how do I get to my next slide?
You go to the left corner.
Wow, this is really like amazing. It's just, I can't get rid of this. Okay, good. So we know this is, I just want to take you through a couple of levels to show you how this money can build. So we have level 0, we have our personal data, which we know is $584 a year. Your level 1, if you invite one new person every 2 days, so every other day you invite somebody. There are 365 days in the year, so half of that is $182.50. You get $100 for them, you will earn $18,250 for inviting somebody every other day for a year. On this level, if you take that down again, you have this 182.5 people invite only 10 people a month, you will have 1,825 new affiliates per month. Multiplied by 12 months in the year, at the end of the year, you'll have 21,900 affiliates. 21,900 affiliates multiplied by $5 is $109,500 a year. Added all together, it's $334 a year, just by inviting one new person every other day. And the best thing I think about this is if you invite one person a day, you will boost your money to over $250,000 a year, every year. And again, please remember, the money never goes down because all the people who are underneath you are going to bring people in. Whether you like it or not, they'll be around getting people in. So here you have, again, your 584 for your data. Level 1 with 365 affiliates. That's one new person every day. That will give you $36,500 a year. Added with this is over $37,000 a year, just with level 1 and 2. If you go down to levels 2 to 16, again, if these 365 only invite 10 people a month, and again, 10 is nothing, you will have 3,650 new affiliates a month, every month. And then if that happens by 12 months a year, you will have at the end of the year, 43,800 affiliates in your team. Multiply those by $5, it's $219,000. Add this up, it's over $250,000. And this is real. And this is just by inviting one new person every day. They only have to invite 10 a month, your affiliates. That's nothing, 10 people a month, if you're inviting one every day. So essentially, that's a step-by-step guide just to give you an idea of how to do this. And you can make it even easier. You know, when I began, I don't have, you know, I tell you something, people who know me will know this, but I'm actually quite a lazy person, okay? I really don't want to do, you know, when Ellen and I did our first Zoom call, I just moved house, okay? And I just moved in here. And I thought, oh my God, I need to do a Zoom call for these 5 billion people, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I have no PowerPoint presentation, I have no backdrop, I have nothing. And then I thought, hey, just relax, because you don't need anything, because all we do is talk and share. So I'll just tell people about my experience and what had happened to me so far. And I really liked, because again, lots of companies give out all of this hype all the time, you know, oh, we're the best, we're the biggest, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But with 5 billion sales, I don't think it's a cold business, but I describe it as a cold business because it's just data and money. The numbers don't lie, okay? The numbers are the numbers, they don't change. So if I say, and I'm not really a numbers person, you know, I'm more Scrabble than I am Sudoku, as I'm that kind of woman, but I know that every person that I invite is worth $100, so I can really juggle around a bit. And that, again, in the first couple of days of 5 billion sales, I was thinking, well, you know, I'd quite like 30,000 people in my team. That's what I'd like, you know, why not 30,000? I thought, what do I need to do to get 30,000 people? So because I don't really do any, I sat down with a pen and paper and I was drawing lines and adding things up. And I worked out that to get 30,000 people in a month, all I needed to do was to invite one person a day, and then they had to invite one person a day. And at the end of 30 days, I would have a little bit short of 30,000. I think it's 29,984 or something like that, but it's as near to 30,000 as you can get. And I thought, you know what? I can't ask these people to go and do this if I don't do it myself. And I was like, oh, I don't really like a challenge. I'm too lazy. I want to take it easy. You know, it's like, why should I give myself this stress? But I thought, this is easy. It's like one person a day, and this is a free opportunity. And I'm going to show them how to do it. And guess what? Not trying to be clever here, but I got my 30,000 people in 28 days. Okay. And that's how easy it is. you know, again, I can't impress upon you how amazing this is. $100 every day with some free registration is worth $36,500 US every year to you. You know, there are some people that work in banks. Teachers in the UK don't even get that much money. You don't even get that much money if you're a store manager and you're working Monday probably to Saturday, 9 to 5, day after day. And all we need to do is to invite one person for free. Again, I think that's actually incredible. And I want to say about this as well. I mean, I've got a lot to say. Listen, I could be on here for 3 hours talking about how amazing this is, because I've never seen anything like it. It's really tremendous. But in this business, I see it as there are 3 elements, like really any other business. Your first element, if you like, is the company and the opportunity, which is exactly the same for everybody. It's the same for Jill, it's the same for Ellen, for Danny, for Chris, for Brent. It's the same for all of us, okay? The second element is the compensation plan. We all get paid the same. Everybody that you invite, you get $100 for. They're not going to give me more or you more. It's the same for everybody. The only variable in this whole equation is you and what you do with this. There is nothing to stop anybody here from becoming very, very wealthy with this opportunity. And I say this in my Zooms all the time, and this may be boring for the people who come to my Zooms religiously, but literally everybody now in pre-launch with very, very little effort at all can actually become a US dollar millionaire within 2 years. Because look, I just showed you how you could earn $250,000 simply in 1 year. And if all of those people go and duplicate, I'm telling you, within 18 months, 2 years, you'll be a US dollar millionaire, no problem. No problem. I'm planning on doing it in 6 months' time, because I don't know what it is with this business. I just want to set myself challenges because it's actually fun, because it's so damn easy. I'm not saying to somebody, you know, go out and dig a ditch in the rain, or go and build a wall, or stack some shelves, or climb onto a roof. I'm saying to somebody, hey, join me for free and you can earn this money. I mean, I think it's pretty phenomenal, and that we can share this with people who really need it. And that's why when I do say, yes, in one way, the business is a cold business, but we are the heart of the company. That's why 5 Billion Sales wants us to go out there and be leaders and help people. It's actually, in one way, quite a philanthropic company, because I can tell you something, they don't even have to pay us half of what they're going to pay us, and it would still be a great deal. The fact that they're paying us what they're going to pay us is actually phenomenal. The reason they want to do this is because they want to be #1 in the world. And I'm happy to go on that ride with them, because it means that we can help a lot of people, the people who really need help. I have a guy that sits outside the station. He doesn't want to know because I've asked him, but he has the opportunity if he wants to. He has a phone. He sits outside the station here in Edinburgh in the rain every day. I feel really sorry for him. I've tried to talk to him a couple of times, but he just wants me to give him free beer, which is okay. But he has the same opportunity that I do, because he's sitting there with a phone all day. He's got loads of time. And I'm sure he knows other people that sleep on the streets as well, that he could invite them. But, you know, it's a choice. It's an attitude. It's what we want to do with the opportunity. And it's the same for everybody. So I could just, as you know, keep on talking and talking and talking. Are there any questions?
Right now, there's nothing in the chat.
God, I'm amazing. I've done my job here. I've stunned you all into silence. Are you sure?
I have a question.
Go on, Jill.
Hi.
Hi.
I think this is phenomenal. I've already got 6 people in just by, you know, this last week. I suppose the kind of scary bit is when you've got 94,000 as Ellen has, and you've got 100,000. How on earth can you support all of those people?
Yeah, well, this is why it's great just to have your first level, you know.
Yeah. So, okay. There was a question. There was something about the.
But I'll take care of you as well. You know that, don't you?
Oh yeah, you always do. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
No, I think the simplicity of it is just that. When I first read in the back office the list of what you can, I found it quite complicated. The breakdown and the way it was broken down. The way you've broken it down, I find it quite easy to follow. And yes, the bank payments, I think I'm okay with that as a gross amount. So each person in each country, if we're earning money, we'll have to declare our own income to the tax office.
Or not.
Or not. Not that we're advocating that.
Absolutely.
Right, you mentioned standard text that you said you've made available. So I think that's a really good idea. I mean, I've been sending out to, how many did I do yesterday? I've done about 40, where I've sent out the things that's arrived in our box. So I've done an introductory letter, I've sent out my link, I've sent out the information about the credentials of the company, because I thought that was really a good thing to do, you know, where you could see where they are, the phone numbers, who, you know, I think that's essential for me, because people just don't trust the internet. They really don't. And so so the standard text, are they the ones on the site?
No, they're just ones I made myself, but Brent's should have them. But I've got your number. I'll send you them after. Let me make a note.
Yeah,
I'll send you them myself.
Yeah, because I think the whole idea of just sending a short text with my
with your link, that's it.
Yeah, and other, like, I've got 6 people in now, so if they send me their link, I can just actually send it back to them and say, look, this is all you do, because
exactly.
People just seem to be, you know, I'm just saying, just send it out, send your link out.
This is exactly why I do it, because I did have the blank text and I said, right, put your link in there. And then I get back in touch with people a few days later and say, well, have you put your link in? And they'd be like, oh, well, no, I don't really know what to do. And I'm thinking, well, this is actually very easy. So now I just say, send me your affiliate link, because it's very fast. Just do it. And so, and then they get a result, and then they're like, whoa, this is really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks very much.
That's okay. I'll do that after we've done this.
So Brens has her hand. Brens has her hand up.
She has.
Yeah.
Hi there. So I'm standing on a platform in the freezing cold. I'm about to go for dinner. Thank you so much. That was an incredible presentation. We have people that are really interested in joining from so many different countries. So hopefully you'll see a lot of activity happening in the next week, because to be honest, and I do put my hands up, I've been rather tardy about this whole opportunity, and it is mind-blowing. So there's nothing like pressure and working under pressure. So I'll definitely be on it. And I think it's the best investment and opportunity I've ever seen, really.
The best investment without any investment. So,
just a couple of hours, really.
Yeah, it's incredible. And of course, I mean, as well, friends, because we're friends now with everybody, that I'm available. And this is what I love about this. If I'm in the hairdressers or if I'm in the bus, I'm thinking I'm doing business. This is phenomenal. Really, I absolutely love it. So you take care, enjoy your dinner. And
thank you.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah, so, I may just get onto you during the course of the week, because if you can do maybe a private group call with everybody, we just want to see how many people are joining, but it could be like 40, 50. So
sure, just let me know. We'll organize it. I've got a busy week already, but I try to be as available as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, cool.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Linus, go.
Good evening, Inger.
Hi.
Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you for the presentation. I think early this morning, I sent you a WhatsApp message, and you replied it about the KYC, our documentation, like the driver's license, the passport, and the rest of them. I already understand what you meant by that. Okay. I will want you to expatiate and to the understanding of our Nigerians who are on this Zoom call. So So I will want to, if you can expand on it a little bit, because so many of them they are getting agitated. They want to leak their secrets, their documentation, their data, their bank data, and all whatnot. Please give a little more explanation.
Okay, sure.
To our audience.
Okay, right. First of all, the KYC, as Ellen says, is know your customer, know your client.
Yes.
There are going to be billions of dollars going through this company. It's a UK registered or incorporated registered company. They cannot just send money. The 5 billion sales are accountable to the British government legally and to the British tax authorities, okay? And also they have to make sure that they're paying the right people. Because what if I think I'm going to get $10,000 and I haven't put my information in correctly and they send the money to somebody else? They will get a problem. But mainly, the KYC is important because it's a legal, 5 billion sales is a legal company. They do not want our documents yet. Why? Because they have not begun to collect the data yet. There's nothing to pay us yet until we go live. Okay, so it's very important, it's very simple. If you've worked and built up a team, you want the money for that team, for what you've done. You want the money for what you're doing now. So you need to provide the correct documentation. It's the same wherever you work. If I go and work in a factory, they want my documentation. Maybe, well, actually, I was going to say maybe not my passport now, but yes, everybody wants the ID of people who are working with them. But it's for your protection as well. And at the moment, or now, what we have with 5 billion sales is we have the front end and we have the live opportunity that we are working with. But there is also a site that is offline that they had to build as well. And the offline site is the one that houses all our data and all our information. Why is it offline? So it's not going to get hacked. Because very often things online can be hacked or troubled or whatever, and the most sophisticated system in the world. So they've built two systems. They've built the one that we'll be working with on a day-to-day basis, but the other one that's offline is to protect us, the affiliates, because there are, again, not right now, but we will begin with millions and then there will be billions of dollars going through this. And, 5 billion sales has legal, as I said, legal and tax obligations. They have to show where this money's coming from all the advertisers and the people that they're selling the data to, which are all big companies, which all have invoices and receipts and all of this stuff. And they have to show where the money is going. Because otherwise the UK government can say, oh, you're money laundering. You took in $1 billion, but you only gave out 5 million. Where's the rest of it? So they have to show, like any other legal company, what comes in, what their expenses are, and where it's going. It's as simple as that. I would be, people in Nigeria and everywhere else, what I would be more worried about is if this wasn't a company that was asking for your KYC. If they just said, hey, yeah, it doesn't matter, just put your name in there and we'll send you some money. Of course, they've got to have your bank details because they need to send you the damn money. Where are they going to send it to? Your address in an envelope? No, it will be done online. And they need this stuff to be correct legally, tax-wise, and in all countries. And again, they don't want to be involved with other people's tax. This is what we went through this morning with the Greek call, because every country has a different tax year, okay? They're not interested in that. They just want the data, they want to pay us, and they want to be left alone, okay? Because they don't know the tax laws of all of these different countries. And I think the Greek people said their tax year went from December to January. In the UK, it's April to April. In the States, it could be something else. In Nigeria, it could be something else. So we will get paid the gross amount. When it's $100, it's $100. This is what we will be paid. For you to work out your personal tax, All you need to do, it's going to be paid directly into your bank account, and it will say $3,000 from 5 billion sales. That's it. Then, if you have to fill in, or when you fill in your tax declaration, you just count up the number of months that your country wants and go, okay, 6 months, I've earned this, that, and you declare that or not. We can be paid directly to our bank, PayPal, Western Union. At the moment, cryptocurrency, 3 kinds. Cryptocurrency, as most of us know, is off-grid. So some people, and again, we're not advocating that people do this, but if they want to keep their money off-grid, that's your business. So you can be paid in cryptocurrency. You can also change. Initially, I may decide to just be paid in US dollars to my bank account. But in 6 months' time, if I want to change and think, okay, I'd like to have now cryptocurrency, we can change that in 5 billion sales and I will get cryptocurrency. It won't be from one day to the next because the system will need to catch up with itself, of course. It's not, like in 10 seconds, you're going to go from one to the other because it will have to catch up with your commissions and all of this stuff. But it will be done over a few days and you can do that. They have to be compliant. It's a UK company. It has to be compliant with the law. And that's good because that's protecting us. So if somebody is in 5 billion sales and they don't want to give their bank details, again, they don't want them now anyway. But when we go live, if you don't give them your bank details, how are you expecting to be paid?
You are correct.
Exactly.
The last question I will ask is just, I'm just asking for a favor again. If this Zoom meeting that explains this KYC in details now, if you have recorded it, if it is recorded, we want it, and so that we can disseminate it to our affiliates.
Linus, it's very simple. It's just as I have explained it to you. The KYC is to protect us and it's to protect the company. It's that's it.
Yes,
there is no special recording. It's just you have to put your documents in.
No, Nigerians want to hear from the horse's mouth, from your mouth.
Well, I'm recording this. You can just share this recording with them.
Yes,
and actually,
that is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and actually, really, to be honest with you, if these people are so interested and so concerned, why are they not at this Zoom meeting? I know that you are, and you're giving them this information, but it's, I get sort of questions all the time. I mean, I have a guy who's been with me since September, and he's got about 2,500 people in his team. And he still doesn't know. He said to me on a Zoom call a couple of weeks ago, are we getting paid to sponsor people or are we getting paid for data? And I was like, how do you not know this? What are you telling your people? If you've built a team of 2,500 people, what are you telling them if you don't know what we're getting paid for? Everybody. This brings me to my point of the guy who invited me to 5 billion sales. As I say, he sent me the text on the 10th of September. I didn't hear from him until the 8th or 9th of January, okay? So everything, I didn't have any tools or any Zoom calls or any PowerPoints or nothing. All of this has been generated with my team because I know that not everybody is like me, that people do need some support. They do need some explanation. If the people can't join a Zoom call because they have a bad connection or they're at work or they don't have the time or whatever, the recordings of all the Zoom calls are made available. Now, I know you're on my group and I've sent you and everybody has access to these. So if everybody here is sending these to the people and they're not watching, because we cover the same topics every single week, for every single Zoom call, because we get the same questions and it's generally about the money. If you're good enough to join the meeting and send them the information and they are still asking you the questions, then they're obviously not watching the Zoom recordings. So what are you going to do with those people? I mean,
You are.
Unless you sit down and say, right, you're going to come round to my house and you're going to sit down and watch this. But this is not possible if you've got somebody in India or whatever. I have to say the Indian people are very switched on. I had like yesterday on the Zoom, like 230 people on the Zoom call. They want to earn money. So this
you know the problem.
Yeah, no, I know the problem. Look,
the
again,
problem is that Nigerians have been scammed. There is scamming even going on, even as we speak. So when they see your face, you are talking about Nigeria, and they even see me on the Zoom call. They are looking at me, asking the questions that is agitating their mind. And
exactly.
they now see answer from you directly. They
Okay.
seem to now have a little form of belief.
Okay, so I'm going to say to you, Nigeria, hello, Nigeria, you're agitating my mind right now, okay? Because really, what you should be doing if you want to earn this money is you need to come, you need to talk to me, and you need to ask the questions, because I will answer your questions for you directly. Ellen and I and Danny and the other leaders, we may not always know the answer to your questions, but we are transparent and we will try to answer every question. I think
Thank you.
we try to give as much time as we possibly can, because we want everybody to succeed. Look, let me tell you honestly, Ellen and I and Danny and a few others on here, we know we're going to make loads of money. Okay, I could stop now on 5 billion sales. I could stop now and I will be a millionaire by Christmas. No problem. But I am so happy to be able to share this with people. I can't tell you, it excites me. I get up in the morning and I think, okay, who am I going to help now? When this housewife in India who I know can't get out of the house, the fact that she's got like, I don't know, 20 people in her team now, I'm like, yeah. I send her a text every day going, yeah, look at this, you're doing really good. Because she's in a bad situation. And the only thing that's going to get her out of that situation is money. I can help her do that. I have a lady in Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to obviously give any names. In fact, I'm not even going to give her nationality. She's basically like a slave in Saudi Arabia. She needs money to get out. And they're treating her so badly. And in actual fact, if we go live and she hasn't managed to build a team, I'm just going to send her the money for her airline ticket to get her the hell out of there. But she has a chance with this. And this is going to give so many people the opportunity. And this is why I love it. As I say, Ellen and I could probably stop now and just go, thank you very much. It's nice. No more Zoom calls, no more text. Just get on with it, But it means such a lot because it's a worthy thing to do. And again, all the people previously who have had no chance, this is their chance. All these students in India who, bless them, they've had to struggle and they've had to study and life is hard and they have families depending on them. There are no jobs for them, no jobs. And now they can earn some money. They can get a car. They can have a girlfriend. They can, get on with life. I think it's life-changing. And that's why I always say to people, be proud of what we're doing. You don't have to go and hustle people. Go and be proud of what you're offering somebody, a financial lifeline. So be proud of what you're doing. Jill, back to you. What's your question? You're welcome, or as always.
Right, yeah, thank you. Just a couple, because I've got to go shortly. So very simply, what I'm telling people from what I've read is this is an anonymous browsing data collection system, because I like that. And the other question was about young people. You mentioned that 14-year-olds can become part of this as a user. Can you explain that for me? Because I've got a friend who's got a son who's 15.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the three types of people: affiliates, which we all are; a sponsor, as soon as you invite somebody, which you have done, you are a sponsor. But you have to be 18 to do the business.
Yeah.
However, it's legal, and in the UK, it's legal to pay 14-year-olds for their data. So essentially, if my kids were younger, I could say to my daughters, okay, you can register under me because you're 14 and above. I will get $100 to each of them that registered, and they can earn $584 a year from their data.
Yeah.
They will be a user.
Yeah, but you said after the launch.
after the launch, because no data is being collected. The launch basically means that we all hit our moneymaker page and then we download the extension and we become users of service one, Sell My Data.
Yeah, so would that young person have to pay a fee after launch to become a user?
There are no fees ever.
All right, okay.
This is completely free forever, no fees ever.
Because whatever I've been reading, that after the launch there will be a fee.
No, they well, actually, I know this, that they mentioned a fee, okay? But when I first got involved with 5 billion and we were chatting, they did say to me, look, this is top secret, don't tell anybody, it's always going to be free. But we're going to kind of get people going,
right.
to get them, you know, we may charge this. And then what they did was they put a notice in the news to say, in the news channel, do you think we should charge or not? Well, of course, 98% of the people said no. A few percent said yes, because it'll make it more valuable. But I was like, free, let it be for free, because who's got $199? And they had no intention of charging anybody anything.
Okay.
So it's free forever.
Yeah, so why can't the 14-year-old join now?
Because it's well, they can, but there's no point, because they can register, but they can't do the business.
So you can't get paid, you mean?
No, they can't get paid, because we only start being paid when the data starts being collected, and that's when we go live. So
right, I understand that. Yeah, that's
they
great.
can register, and also because they will have to put in their details as well, and the KYC and all of that.
Yeah, that's great. No, because I know this person. I'm sure is going to join, and she's got two sons. One's 21 and one's 15. So yeah, look, that's great. Okay.
As I said in the beginning, if you're in a less well-off country and you have a couple of teenage kids at home, because the chances are, if you are in a less well-off country, you will have your kids at home. They're not going to be out getting their own apartment. This is going to bring, between two parents and two teenagers, over $2,500 US just from that, without even inviting their friends.
Yeah.
It's huge money.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I've got to hop off now.
You're welcome, and I'll send you
another call.
Yeah, I'll send you the text later. Nice to see you. It's been a while.
Thank you. Nice to see you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye, Jill. Bye.
So we have a couple of questions. So Dinos is asking, how can we invite other people from other countries?
Send what, to a Zoom call or to a what?
Well, it doesn't specify, but I would guess to 5 billion sales. Like, how do we attract people from other countries?
Yeah. You'll just have to surf online, and I don't know, I bump into people all the time on Facebook, and not that I use Facebook much, on Twitter. A Canadian teacher just joined me from Twitter the other day. We were talking about something completely else, and I just said, oh, by the way, have you heard of 5 billion sales? I said, no, what's that? And I said, well, let me show you, and send him a couple of examples, and he registered, and he's doing really well. He's got like about 50 people in 3 days. Just share. That's all I can say. Just share wherever you can. The more you share, the more money you're going to make, and the more people you're going to help.
Pauline is asking, how do we attach these documents, the driver's license, the bank statements, the international passport and utility bills, etc.? Please.
The facility is not there yet, because it's not necessary yet, because they can't do anything with them. All of this will change when we go live. We will get all of the links. We're just talking about this to prepare people. So, on your device that you use, make sure you've got a copy of your passport. Make sure you've got a copy of your bill or your driving license. Make sure, and I don't know how sensitive the 5 billion system will be, but in my previous my previous attempts at sometimes with KYC, they can be a bit tricky. So make sure your documents are clear, that you don't have some big border around them and your driving license is really tiny. Make sure everything is readable. And again, make sure there's no shining lights. Just make sure your documents are clear and ready to go. And the links will be provided, and then you just upload them. And again, all the information will go there. They haven't made that available yet because it's not necessary to have people's personal documentation on the site yet. And when they do that, as I say, there are two sites. There's going to be the live site, and they will link this probably to the site that is going to be offline. So your our stuff is going to go off to a secret location that is not online and available to anybody else, to keep us secure.
So Chris is asking a question for Oshoma, who had to get off the call because he ran low on data. So how do they generate the $500 billion they're sharing to us?
It's just very simple, because they sell the data. They sell the data to many different people. For example, let me give you an example. Let me see. Okay, so suppose, and again, it's not a personal thing. Suppose I go to buy a pair of jeans, Levi's, online, okay? They can sell this data in many different ways. They can sell it to all kinds of fashion people. My anonymous data will be put into a fashion situation. It will probably be going to a manufacturer who wants to know. It will probably be going to an advertiser who is in a certain area, because I'm in Edinburgh. Maybe Scottish, you know, a Scottish person, the Scottish government might say, well, we'd like to know, you know, what volume of people are going to look at fashion apparel in Scotland. Or so my same data can be sold over and over and over again. And again, it's $1 trillion industry. The money is huge. Just look at Amazon, you know, Google. That's where the money's coming from, only from data.
So those are the questions.
Okay, good. I need a cup of tea, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this recording on the group chats, so your leaders will all have them. We really encourage you to take advantage of all of the tools that you have. You know, Ellen is great at doing downloading all her material, and she gives it to me and I put it on the groups. I have become more active in terms of sharing my Zoom calls and recording them, so you all have those. Yeah, as most of you know, that there are no questions that are off limits. We're a completely transparent company. Everybody wants everybody to succeed. And unlike other companies, we can be very generous in 5 billion sales, because, you know, other companies get a little bit, oh, you know, I don't want my people to do this or my people to do that. We're very open and free. You have a global schedule with Zooms in Spanish, in Russian, in Bulgarian, in Greek, in German, in English, and in Hindi. You know, and most of us, the Hindi Zooms are actually invaluable, because most of us at some point online will come into contact with young Indian people, or, you know, more mature Indian people, but the young ones especially, who want to earn money. There's 1.4 billion people in India, and not all of them are having a great time. So the scope there is huge. So to have Jeet Patel, who's actually been phenomenal since he joined me on the 6th of November. He has, I don't know, something like 75,000 people. It's phenomenal. To have him doing 4 Zooms a week, proper Zooms with back office and everything in Hindi, is really incredible. So take advantage of all of this stuff. My texts are there. You know, just connect with people. Keep it simple. Register for free, share your link, make money. That's it. Where are you going to get something better than this? You're actually not. Okay, I'll answer the question for you. So,
well, we have a couple of questions that came in while you were talking. So, Constantinos Tanitos, excuse me for that. One last, how many data per day can we give?
They will just take what they need. You just have to click in there. You know, Ellen, when she does the back office, she always mentions that 5 billion sales would like us to go in there once a week. I tell you what, everybody, when we go live, will be in there at least once a day. And that's all you need to do, so they can catch the data. The verification bonus, you need to go and you just need to click on this V bonus thing every day. And I don't know what that does exactly, but it's just, again, all about the data. Linus last week had a question from the Nigerian people, because some people in less well-off countries, they can only afford, say, $10 worth of data a month. And his people were saying to him, if I'm only spending $10 a month, which is basically $120 a year, how can 5 billion sales afford to pay us $584 if they're only spending $120? But it's two different things. What they spend is nothing to do with what we're going to be paid or the value of data. Their data is valuable, so 5 billion sales are going to pay. And I think it was on the Greek call this morning that I mentioned this. Again, you know, they're going to sell this data again and again to different categories of people. So what you do, you know, again, you might go and buy some jeans, or you might buy a book or something. But that single thing that you're doing or what you're looking at can be sold multiple times. And the reason that, again, I think fantastic that 5 billion sales has made this so simple is that they said, you are going to pay everybody first line $100. We're going to pay you all $584. Everybody under that is $5, because they know that they're going to make way, way more than those amounts of money. So they don't have to think about, oh, you know, should I really be paying them 100 because I might only make 150 out of them. They don't care, because they're going to make billions and then trillions. Okay, really. I don't know, I'm just assuming because it's very valuable. But when they're paying me $584, they're probably making $5,000 from me that year. They're not bothered about that. They know there's going to be loads of money. And also that's why they're giving away extra money to leaders and performance bonuses and all other kinds of bonuses that they've mentioned, because the money's there. They want to give it away because the money's there to give away. And
so, sorry, I'm just going to say, Chris is asking, like, he's asking a question for Ash, like, and what do they do with the data? But he answered it by telling him they put the data on the secure server. So that's taken care of. Anastasios is asking, is it legal to share this video with people who want to join?
This recording now?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. This is what it's for.
Where you can find it, sorry.
What I'm going to do at the end of this, Zoom will process the video on my Zoom account, and then I will share it to the groups. So Michael will have it because he's in my core group, but you can also join my Telegram channel. I posted all there as well, and onto some other groups. I didn't think I was going to become a YouTube sensation, but I hear that I'm quite big in Russia these days, which is really very interesting for me. Somebody who doesn't like technology, actually. But yeah, everything is done anonymously, and they're going to resell whatever data they get from me this year. They might sell to somebody next year. They might say, oh, we're looking for, you know, data from people of a certain age. Boom, that's my bracket. Or, you know, it's just recycled all the time. So they're just going to continue building and making money from this data. And the more they get, the more they can make. They want to be #1 in the world. And from the opportunity that they've given us, I'm happy to help them get there, because I just think this is incredible.
So we do have Manny saying that he just got on the call. So,
okay, you did the recording.
Yeah, so he wants the group link so that he can get, I think, the video, because he's asking, you know, is our job to refer people and earn money? But that's really the whole call is all about that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So,
well, I will post this. I mean, all the leaders are in touch with me anyway, but when I get the Zoom recording, it has to process with Zoom, and it'll take, you know, half an hour. Then I will put the link for this recording on my group chats. So leaders here, you have to send it out to people, and I'll put it, everybody, it won't be on the official Telegram channel with 5 billion because that's their thing and you can't post on there. But I have one that's 5 billion sales global Telegram. I'm not able to copy the link in here, but I'll put it again in the group chats and tell the leaders to send it out to you. You're all welcome to join that. Any Greek people here, Christos is on my group chat, I think, but I've got his number. So I'll send these things to Christos and ask him to forward them to the Greek group with the Telegram link, and you can join on there. And anything else, if you want me to do anything now, just let me know where you want this sent and I will do it. The blank texts as well, I can put on my group chat again for people who haven't got them. You know, whatever you want. Ellen shares resources all the time. The recordings, the Zoom calls. I would just encourage all of you to attend the Zooms with people. Really, try and get 3 people on every call. 2 will say no, but even if you just get 1, you might get somebody like me or like Ellen. And then you're in money heaven, if you like.
That's right. And so I think that's good.
Okay, good, because I think we're going to run out of time on Zoom as well. So I just want to thank you all for joining me. As usual, I just love it. I had such a great time with you Greek people this morning. I mean, it's just such a lovely, friendly group, and also lovely to see that their leaders were giving the right information. It was all clear and everything. This is great, because I do jump in and out and surprise people sometimes. I think, my God, what are they saying? You know, they're virtually saying, yeah, register for free and you can get a free holiday in the Maldives. No, you just get money. Okay, that's it. So thank you very much. Enjoy your Sunday evening. I'll see you Zoom. I'll see you soon. I will be posting the schedule for next week. I'm only going to do 2 Zooms myself next week because I have to travel. But Ellen's doing at least 2. Ryan Dennis is doing 1 in English. And, you know, there's the German and all the other ones as well. So have a great evening. I need to go and attend to these things that you all want. Jill wants her texts and you need the Zoom recording and so on. Take care. Go out and share, okay?
Thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome. Have a lovely evening. You're all amazing. Go and do it. Yeah. Meeting for